Hey out there, maybe it's me. I'm here in Houston, Texas, and it might be a generational thing, but I don't think it is. I'm here in Houston, Texas. Today was the Democratic presidential primary election, or runoff, or whatever you want to call it. But today we were supposed to go vote. Um, and I just left the grocery store. Now, my partner and I, we went to vote last week. We went to vote early. We always vote early. We do not miss an election. Everybody should go vote. We believe you should go vote. We try to lead by example. I just came from the grocery store and I was speaking to the cashier, a young black woman. She's 20 years old. Of all the people in the entire world who should have gone to vote, she should have gone to vote. And we did ask her, did you go vote today in the primary? And she said, no. But she said no like, are you serious? And we said, are you kidding? Like, are you serious? But no, she didn't go vote. What I'd like to know, plainly and distinctly, is why do the people who should vote the very most, who have the very most reason to vote, it is more important for them to vote than anyone else in the country, why is it that they don't go vote? Why? Everybody thinks, they're going to take care of the problem. There are enough people who feel the way I do that I don't need to go vote. Okay, plainly and distinctly, people, listen to this. I'm going to try and sum this up as best as I can. Voting, yes, individuals go vote, but voting is about the masses, the will of the masses. But the masses are made up of individuals, which would be you, me, my partner, and anyone else. Well, that means that the individuals don't vote, the voices of the masses can't be heard. You're not going to be encouraged to go vote by the powers that be, for the most part, because they can control you better if you are silent. Because the time for you to be heard is at the polls when it's time to go vote. But if you don't say shit, they don't have to do shit. Or, in other words, they can do whatever they want to do. And by you not voting, you said it was okay. Now, you'll complain to me, but you won't take the same amount of time to go vote. We went to vote 2 weeks ago, almost, and there was no one in line. We walked in, we went to vote, we cast our votes, and then went home. This took all of 5 minutes. Now, I did vote for the president. Well, no, I didn't vote for this president, not the one we have currently. But I went to the presidential election. I did vote. I did wait in line. That took a little while. The candidate I voted for did not win. However, I feel quite free to bitch and moan as I please, because I did take the time to go vote. And my feeling is, as most people do feel for several reasons, if you don't vote, don't bitch. If you don't vote, for real, don't say shit to me about what's going on in government. Don't tell me about how dissatisfied you are about what's going on, because you told me all I needed to know by not going. It wasn't like you couldn't vote. You didn't say you weren't allowed to vote. You didn't say you weren't old enough to vote. You said you didn't vote. So you didn't take the time to be bothered. So you don't want to be bothered with having to go vote, but you do want to be bothered with bitching and moaning about what's going on because you didn't go vote. That makes no sense to me. The time to be heard is now. People have died for your right to vote so that you can access the voting polls. I don't understand why you wouldn't go vote. Okay, let's say you had to wait an hour or two. So you're not going to go vote because you had to wait in line. That hour's wait you couldn't spare the time to save yourself 4 years of hell or possible hell, or at least to give yourself the option of being heard. We can't change anything if we don't go vote, and you don't count if you don't vote. That's why they don't encourage you to go vote. It is hard for me to believe that minorities, who tend to be the ones who don't go vote the most, are really minorities. But we are, because we are the minority of people who make it to the polls. That is for sure. So, if you didn't go vote in the primary, okay, you didn't go vote, but please go to the election. Please take the time to vote. Please wait in line. We need your support. You may not actually give a shit, but you should. You should. Even if the candidate you want to win doesn't win, you should still go vote. If you are black, if you are Hispanic, if you are male, hell, if you breathe, if you have the legal right to vote in this country, you should go. But especially if you are a person of color, if you are LGBTQA, whatever letters they got left, if you are female, if you are black and female, if you have ever had an abortion, if you believe in a woman's right to control or make her own reproductive decisions, if you believe in gay marriage, hell, if you don't believe in gay marriage, if you believe in gun control, if you believe in climate change, if you believe in global warming, if you believe in aliens, you need to go vote. You need to go vote. There are things that are being decided that will impact your life that you, by not voting, win or lose, by not voting, have no say-so. And what you say to the powers that be is you don't care, do whatever the hell you want to do, and trust and believe they will. If you are lucky enough that it works out where you don't care, it doesn't affect you, how nice. But most of us don't feel that way. And most of you don't feel that way either, because even though you don't go to vote, you do come over and bitch and moan. And you bitch at me. I can't help you. You bitch at your friends. They can't help you. Unless, of course, your friend is the President of the United States or someone in Congress or someone in the House. But you didn't vote. So you don't know any of that. Please be heard. Take the time and go vote.